Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you have enjoyed the session till now. It was very much interesting. As Shwetang Bhai said that we all are like in some army, right? So seriously, I was also thinking the same thing when I have started my practice in FEMA. Because we cannot go on the border to fight for our country. If we bring the forex here, then also we are serving our country like a soldier, right? So, from our previous session, we all can come out, we all can make out that Gift City is actually a gift to all of us. For our this session, we have very learned faculty. I would like to introduce Mr. Mayank Jain. I would welcome Mr. Mayank Jain and Mr. Ritesh. Yeah. And our very own member Vikas Jain sir. So Mr. Mayank Jain is a qualified CA and CS and designated presently as manager and CFO of India International Exchange IFSC Limited. Associated with India INX since 2017, I think from the inception of INX. Mr. Jain is having wide experience in financial reporting and ERP implementation. Prior to India INX, he has worked in Tata Communications and BSC Limited. Coming to Mr. Ritesh, he is also working as business head of India International Exchange, having 20 years of experience in capital markets. So we are lucky to have you, sir, on the dais, and we are expecting good knowledge from you. So hope you will enjoy the session. I would welcome Mr. Mayank Jain first to have their insight. Thank you. It must be there. Just wait for a moment. I need to check with the person who is handling this.
Firstly, good afternoon everyone, and let me express my sincere thanks to ICI Ahmedabad chapter office, Anjali madam, Shwetang bhai, and regional council members, Chintan bhai, Vikas ji, to inviting us to showcase why India INX is basically what is we are in Gift City since 2017 and what are the value propositions. Today I am going to cover about how we are different from the BSc and NSE firstly to understand the basic concept in terms of the exchange perspective. So our exchange was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister in 9 January 2017. While inaugurating, he has given the two vision. Firstly, we should be a price setter, or some of the commodities like already government has initiated a bullion exchange for setting of the gold prices. So this is one of the steps we already taken it, and there are other products are in pipeline to enable us to set the prices. We are the leader. Like today, our own currency are like INR USD rates are determined outside India. So idea is basically whatever happening outside India, we need to bring it back to the India. That is the whole concept of Gift IFSC and the Gift IFSC exchanges. And the second is basically we should be a company from Asia Pacific, Europe, will be price setter, will be able to raise the fund from the Gift IFSC exchanges, another, for which government is already in discussion. You must be heard about the direct listing. They are in the process of allowing the Indian companies to list on the IFSC exchanges. The framework are in process currently. There are other upcoming products are also in place in order to provide the investor a good product portfolio so that they can take the advantage of it basically. And we are the first exchange in the Gift IFSC, was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister. We are the first exchange who has launched the trading also in derivative. In the capital market side also, basically debt products we have launched. We have conducted the DR side also because we have an exchange, disaster recovery side from the Hyderabad basically. As an exchange, we need to maintain that protocol. I think so that is already covered the tax benefits, like what are the tax benefits, STT, CTT. I'm just covering from a capital market point of view what is currently, and again that is a perpetual. There is no time limit for it. There is no STT, CTT, no capital gain tax, no stamp duty, no GST. These are the perpetual basically, and below that basically a time bounding activity, 10 out of 15 years for SSR units. So now, how to access the India INX basically? If anybody wants to access the India INX, they become a member of the exchange. There are certain specific criteria has been prescribed for the accessing the become a member of the exchanges. But there are two other subcategories has been enabled by the IFSC being a regulator. Authorized person, the trading member can onboard or impanel with them the authorized person, or they can appoint a snap provider also. So anybody who is interested to take more understand, we'll have a detailed discussion. I'm not going into much detail about it, considering the availability of time. And currently we have this product portfolio like in today we have only derivative products in place in GIFT IFSC for the investment opportunities. I know subject to LRS limit, subject to LRS, Indians are not allowed to trade in the derivative side. However, we have another subsidiary called a Global Access through which we provide outbound access to the outside world, outside India, wherein 150 exchanges. My colleague will cover about it, the Ritesh, about the how we are doing on the global access part. In terms of commodity, obviously we have a gold derivatives, more liquid product. In currency derivative, the INR USD product is more liquid. And in terms of the debt securities, currently, as we understand, direct listing is already in process. Already we have a masala bond raising already done from our platform plus 72 plus billion MTN program till now, with the marquee names which I come to know later down. REITs and InvITs are also enabled. So there are certain discussion happening on the various product like UDR is a possibility, another proposed product which the IFSCA or exchanges are evaluating how we can bring it to the IFSC exchanges. So these are some of the proposed products which are currently in pipeline, and why anybody should come to the India INX basically. Now let me come to the comparison about the BSE NSE and what is different between the IFSC exchanges. First main difference is we have a single segment. In domestic there are different segments. One is cash segment, commodity and different segments. So if a member want to take a membership, he need to take a different membership for different segments. However, in the GIFT IFSC exchanges, only one segment. So they can use the capitalize very effectively. And in terms of the liquidity, we already have a 8.8 trillion turnover till date and highest turnover of 30.30 billion. Again, a notional turnover which is mentioned. And in terms of the competitive, why NRI, you must be heard about if I want to NRI want to invest in India, they need to open a NRE, NRO account, PIS, non-PIS. There are lots of compliance involved. However, in the GIFT City, there is no such compliances. We are trying to make it available, those products, and bring the more participants to the India. The idea is behind this GIFT City basically. So there again, no currency risk because trading happens in USD, settlement happens in USD. And, as compared to the BSE, that is happened in INR. So that is a major difference. And then we have 2 times settlements basically to safeguard the financial settlements of the brokers and clients. Another big value proposition which we have is the 22 hours exchange we run. Basically start at 4:30 and close at 2:30, which to cover and cater the needs of the world of the market basically. This is again an ecosystem which we have complete in terms of the primary market. We have a global security market. In terms of the post-trade, we have a clearing corporation, which is a qualified central counterparty, which clears and settles the trade which has happened on the India INX platform. And we use the trading technology of BSE Limited, and our technology partner is BSE Technology Limited. This again the clearing banks which are associated with the clearing corporation in the GIFT IFSC. Marquee names are there like ICICI, SBI, SDFC, Axis and Kotak and the other banks. Again, it comes to the value proposition from, we are providing a platform to the issuer like Indian issuers to raise the capital. Just to give an update, yesterday only one of the NBFC like called NEO has raised capital through India INX. And also again one update is they generate the IID, the ISN number through IID.
Is aggregator like BSE Star Mutual Fund, right? So what is BSE Star Mutual Fund? You just need to open account with BSE Star Mutual Fund and you can buy any mutual fund of India, right? So Star MF is an aggregator. In the same way, Global Access is an aggregator. You just need to open account with India INX Global Access and you can access the whole market, the complete world. All the stocks, more than direct access of more than 150 exchanges, global exchanges, name it, everything is available. More than 33 countries, more than 30,000 stocks, 40,000 mutual funds, global mutual funds. So Indian products are not there, all global products are there in a single integrated terminal. PMS products of US registered portfolio managers, leading portfolio managers, ETF bonds, derivatives. Each and every exchange traded product is available on our India Annex Global Access platform. So this is GA, and okay. Basically, products will be enabled based on the jurisdiction of the client. So basically, we are onboarding 4 types of clients. One, resident Indians. So when a resident Indian individual will open account, we will enable products that are allowed by RBI under LRS. So any individual can invest up to $2.5 lakh per annum in every financial year in global stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETF, and PMS products. So that is what allowed for individual investors. Indian companies based in India who don't have any presence in GIFT or anywhere else, any Indian companies are allowed to hedge their commodity exposure overseas. So if any company who is importing palm crude oil can hedge palm crude oil on, say, BMD Malaysia. If any company in a base metal business can hedge metal on LME, except gold, the Indian companies can hedge all commodities on global exchanges. So hedging of gold is not allowed on global exchanges, but hedging of gold is allowed on GIFT City exchanges. So any jeweler can hedge, or a gold importer can hedge gold exposure on India International Exchange. We have a gold future also, right? Third type of investors we are onboarding are basically non-residents. So again, product will be enabled based on the jurisdiction from which they are coming. For example, if a resident of Dubai or a Dubai citizen will open account, then we will enable all products, including derivatives. They can do intraday, leverage trading, 6-time margin and all. So because Dubai residents are allowed by the government to trade all products globally. 4 type of clients are basically GIFT City entities. So Indian entities or an Indian investor, when Indian investor open account, they can only invest. When Indian entity open account, they can only hedge. So basically Indian entities are not allowed to trade derivatives, or individuals are not allowed to trade derivatives. So earlier what was happening, BSE brokers were going to Dubai, Singapore, setting up subsidiary there. From that subsidiary, after obviously RBI approval, setting up subsidiary there, and from that subsidiary, they were trading derivatives in global market. But after 2017, now they need not to, or any Indian company need not to go to any other jurisdiction. They can simply open an office in GIFT, they can set up a company in GIFT, can take exchange membership, can trade or invest in derivatives, equity, or all product across the globe through this India Annex Global Access, right? So when the company send money, that comes through ODI route, right? So up to 400% of the capital, any Indian company can send to its 100% subsidiary in GIFT, right? So that entity, and someone was asking about that family office that are for investments, ODI rules, investments, up to 50% of the capital they can send for setting up the family office and all. So that rules you can check later on. So I was talking about the global access. We are onboarding almost all type of clients from everywhere in the world to provide access of everything in the world. So that is a model of global access, except India. So we don't provide NSE, BSE, MCX, or Indian mutual funds, right? We don't compete with our own brokers, right? So this is some value propositions. The most important is a regulated entity. So India Annex Global Access, earlier SEBI was the regulator when this entity was established. Now IFCA is the regulator, and we have taken. So global access is basically tied up with multiple international brokers to provide access of global markets. That includes Interactive, TradeStation, Marex, Aljobro, and a list of benefits for client is there is no fixed cost, means no account opening, no annual charges, no software fee, custody fee, demat fee, everything is zero. Only commission is charged. And 90% of the client trade in US market. Then in US market, it's $1 per executed order. Apart from tying up with international brokers, we tied up with Indian banks to bring down the cost of remittance. Because when you send money out of India, bank charge fee. Because you have account in rupee, brokers, international broker have account in dollar or it gives city entity so you need to convert, the bank convert that rupee to dollar, and for that they are charging fee. Two type of fees they are charging. One is fixed fee and second is spread. So fixed fee is very nominal, 1500 to 1000 rupee. But the spread, the most of the investors do not realize, is around 1 rupee to 1.5 rupees. So if USD INR rate is 80 rupee and I am giving a spread of 1.5%, then it comes out to be a 2% of the value. If I am remitting 1 crore rupee, the bank will charge 2 lakh fee for remittance. 2% because spread on an interbank rate. Suppose interbank rate is 80 rupee, the bank will offer you a currency at 81.50 or 78.50. So whenever you are remitting big money, better you negotiate rates with banks. Else for online transaction, we already have negotiated rates. Right. One more benefit with INXGA is like if you're having more than $10,000 of cash balance in your trading account, you earn interest also. As of now, the interest rate is 4.83%. So any investors who is having cash balance in trading account earn interest of 4.83% per annum on a dollar balance. Fraction is allowed. PMS products I talked about. One integrated terminal. Fundamental data of all 30,000 companies, mutual fund, ETF is available in the trading terminal itself. You can do your own research. All financials, etc. are there in the trading terminal. Tool for technical analysis. Apart from it, each investor of INXGA is insured by $5 lakh by SIPC. So that was the small presentation on global access and India International Exchange. On India International Exchange is basically to provide access of Indian product to global clients. As of now, if any non-resident want to trade on NSE, BSE, I'm not talking about NRIs, a non-resident. If they want to trade on NSE, BSE, if they want to buy shares, they need to register as FPI, they need to appoint tax consultant, and then only they can buy, sell shares. But in GIFT City, we are planning to bring the underlying equity shares on GIFT City exchanges. And on GIFT City, the capital gain tax is not there, CTT, STT, stamp duty is not there. For non-resident, they even doesn't need not to take a PAN number. Without having a PAN number, they can open their brokerage account with the brokers of GIFT City, and they can buy, sell. They can remit money from the bank account of their respective country and take it back. So basically, India INX to give access of Indian capital market for global clients. India INXGA is to give access of global products to Indian clients. So both ways we are providing access from GIFT City, right? So that Indian equity product, obviously, that is in process. As of now, we have derivative products only, index future options and the gold future, and obviously INR USD and USD INR contracts. So that is it. Any question? Yes, sir. No. So for you, going through GIFT City, going directly, it's same because you are in India. So tax will be applicable as per Indian rates. But if you will set up an entity in GIFT, then obviously tax benefits are there. So tax benefits are there for GIFT City entities, not for. Yes, TCS is there because you are remitting money up to 7 lakh. There is no TCS, 7 lakh per annum. But if remittance is more than 7 lakh for individuals, the 20% TCS is there. So that approval is again in process because when we set up this exchange, the exchange primary role is to generate capital for the companies, right? So we got approval for derivatives. For equity, we yet not get approval. We are pushing to get approvals for listing of Indian companies, and that is again expected hardly in 2-3 months. So Indian companies will be able to list themselves on GIFT City exchanges soon. Any other question? ADRs are not allowed by SEBI because, so GDRs does not have volume. GDRs means the depository receipt issued by Indian companies in Europe. ADR means depository receipt issued by Indian companies in US. GDR are illiquid. You even want to buy, you cannot because liquidity is not there anywhere on any exchange across the globe. In case of ADR, yes, 7-8 companies are listed in US on New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, but they are very much liquid. Average volume is around 5,000 crore a day, but Indian residents are not allowed to invest or trade in ADRs. So probably when we will come up with the equity product on Indian exchange or Indian equities, the stock of Infosys, the stock of say ICICI, Reliance, the top 50 or top 100 companies, probably resident Indians will not be allowed to trade on GIFT City exchanges. CTT, STT, stamp duty is not there, but for non-resident. Capital gain tax is not there, but for non-residents. You can set up LLP company. So usme like LLP tax will be exempted for LLP, and when they will remit money and yes. Any more question? Okay, someone was asking last time ki how CA can set up office in GIFT without minimum capital. So let me give you an example. One CA is present in GIFT without having any office. He is sitting in a broker's office. The most important thing is he is available all the time from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in his office in GIFT City itself, and he is aware of all rules, regulations, and changes. So whenever anyone comes to me, I refer his name. Okay, you just talk to him. I'm a product guy. I do understand exchange. I do understand business. I don't understand compliance. Call him. He will guide. Right? So, because he helped a broker in setting up a entity in GIFT. The broker took office. Now in broker's office, he is sitting 8 hours a day. And probably he will get a good clients. Because my past experience is like when BSE was having a membership of 1 crore. In 2010, BSE came up with a membership plan of 10 lakh. With a deposit of 10 lakh, you can take membership, right? So when BSE came up, earlier I was at BSE Delhi office. When BSE came up with this plan of 10 lakh membership, we received 150 applications of membership from Delhi itself. So we talked to a CA. One individual CA agreed in 5,000 rupee. Okay, in 5,000 rupee, I will get the paperwork done per application and will submit. So it is nominal. You might think, yeah, 5,000, kitna sara paperwork for doing compliance, for doing membership paperwork for an entity. But out of 150, approximately 100 brokers outsource his compliance to him. He is charging approximately 2 lakh rupee per entity and maybe more today because our brokers need to do lots of compliance every month. Not it's annual, it's every month. So he got a business of around 3 to 4 crore a year from exchange, an individual CA. So that is why I think he will get a good business, monthly at least 1 or 2 clients from us. Yeah. Right. So now this is, I cannot comment because you are sending money through LRS route. In LRS, derivative is not allowed, correct? So when you will set up a LLP in GIFT, now I don't know. It's a gray area. So again, I am not a compliance guy, I'm a business guy. If you will talk of me about the product exchange, I can reply. Otherwise, I will give you a number of CA. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, sir. I think not. You can open even account with bank. So with ICICI Bank, SDFC Bank. You are having a rupee account in India, and you can open a dollar account in Gift City, and you can keep money in dollars with the Gift City bank. So I don't think there is any restriction. So if there is no restriction on bank, so no restriction on global access also, I believe. Okay, thank you very much.
The faculty for the day, Ritesh ji, and my dear friend again, Mayank ji, you have really done a wonderful this deliberation on the topic that was allotted to you, and also tried to answer some of the questions which were otherwise from the topic that has also been given to you, I would say. So, and the most important thing as a chartered accountant we all actually wants to know is how to set up the practice. That was the over there at the Gift City, that was the whole idea with which most of the people would have come, I would say. And if there is a will, there is a way kind of thing. Ritesh ji has told us that without having incurred expenditure also you can set up a practice over there. So we need to find our own ways and means of doing this, and rightly said, if there is a will, there is a way, and thereafter gradually we can do the things that are required. But I think, and I'll also discuss within our committee and all this, that we need to actually have a session purely on this kind of thing, that how to set up a practice in the Gift City, and Shwetang Bhai can very well help us with that. Earlier also we have done this, and I think, okay, so we can have more and more sessions also, because we do have now almost 14,000 membership in Ahmedabad, so, and people would actually like to take advantage of that, and once we go there, then and then only we can move ahead. And frankly speaking, at every opportunity, whenever I am getting to speak, I used to say that the traditional practice that is there, maybe GST or income tax, these are all bread and butters. We cannot move ahead much in that, so we need to think of the alternate things, just like the alternate investment funds. We also need to look into alternate opportunities, I would say. And Subodh Bhai also raised very few relevant questions, which actually brought a lot of insight to that, because again, the idea was like how we can get into all those things, and these questions can only bring more and more clarity on the things. So more and more questions are required actually. So thank you, sir, for deliberating, and now I think we are breaking for the lunch, and then immediately we'll restart with the session. Thank you, and happy learning to all of you. Thanks a lot.